My stepdaughter mocked me in front of her friends and said I wasn't her real dad. So I walked out of her wedding rehearsal and canceled everything. Her reaction was priceless. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reddit Visuals. Let me tell you something. There are moments in life where everything you've quietly endured for years comes crashing into one final breaking point. And when it does, well, sometimes the fallout is spectacular. My name's Daniel. I'm 52, been with my wife Elaine for 17 years. When I met her, she had a daughter from a previous marriage, Taylor, who was 8 at the time. Her dad, in and out of her life. Birthday cards if she was lucky. Maybe a phone call on holidays. But I didn't care. I fell for Elaine, and Taylor came with the package. Now, I didn't try to replace her dad. I wasn't that guy. But I was the one who made her breakfast every morning. I was the one who helped her with math homework and stayed up with her through stomach bugs. I drove her to soccer practice, to prom dress fittings, and even walked her down the aisle. Well, almost. This is about that aisle. See, over the years, Taylor always kept a little distance, like there was this invisible wall between us. She'd say, thanks, but never thanks, Dad. She'd give me Father's Day cards signed with her name. No love. I didn't push it. I figured maybe one day when she was older, she'd see what I gave her, what I gave up for her. Spoiler alert, that day never came. Taylor got engaged last year. Gorgeous guy. Smart. Kind. Good job. James. I genuinely liked him. He even told me once, man, you're lucky to have a daughter like Taylor. I laughed, said, yeah, she's something. And in that moment, I believed it. Wedding planning starts. Guess who's paying? That's right. Me. Elaine and I had agreed early on to split costs, but when it came down to it, everything was either Dan will handle it or Dan's got it. And I did. I handled it all. Booked the venue, fronted the deposits, paid for the dress, the catering, the string quartet Taylor insisted on for the ceremony because she saw it in a movie once and it made her cry. I even made a custom wooden arch for the altar, handmade. Took me 3 weekends. But again, I figured, I'm not just funding her wedding. I'm giving her a day she'll remember forever. Oh, she remembered it all right. 2 nights before the wedding was the rehearsal dinner. Small group, wedding party, family, a few close friends. I show up, wearing a pressed shirt, brought a little gift for Taylor, engraved jewelry box, her initials, and the wedding date on top. I hand it to her, and she says, in front of everyone, oh wow, thanks. That's very stepdad of you. Stepdad of me? There was an awkward laugh, a few polite chuckles, but I just stood there. I asked her what she meant, and she smiled, this tight, fake smile, and said, I mean, you're not really my dad, but you're good at playing the part. She said it like it was a joke, like humiliating me in front of her bridesmaids and future in-laws was comedy. And then one of her friends, someone I didn't even recognize, goes, oh my God, you're the one paying for all this, right? That's so sweet of you, like a sponsor dad. A sponsor dad. I felt my face go cold. Elaine looked like she wanted the floor to swallow her whole. And Taylor? She just kept smiling, sipping her wine, like she hadn't just stabbed a steak knife into my chest and twisted it in front of 20 people. So I stood up, straightened my jacket, and said, excuse me, I think I've played the part long enough. And I walked out. Now here's where it gets interesting. I didn't scream, I didn't cry, I didn't flip a table or throw the gift across the room. Number I got in my car, drove home, opened my laptop, and canceled everything. The venue? Gone. The caterer? Canceled. DJ? Photographer? Quartet? All done. Every single vendor was under my name, my credit card, my money. And oh, the cherry on top, I had cancellation insurance on all of it. Sure, I lost a couple thousand in non-refundable fees, but I wasn't about to fund a 6-figure celebration for someone who thought I was a background prop. Now imagine this. It's the night before the wedding. Taylor calls me 13 times. I don't answer. She texts me, where are you? They said the photographer never got your confirmation. The venue says they didn't get final payment. What's going on? Then came Elaine's messages. Then James. Then Elaine's ex-husband calling me, asking what the hell happened. I didn't pick up. I didn't say a word. The next morning, wedding day, I woke up, made myself a cup of coffee, and waited. At exactly 9:12 a.m., Elaine came home. She had spent the night at a hotel near the venue. Her face was pale, her eyes puffy. She said, "You need to talk to Taylor." I said, "No, I really don't." Apparently, when the vendors didn't show up, Taylor had a full-blown meltdown. The venue manager told her bluntly, "Your dad canceled everything. Said he's not paying for a damn thing if he's not part of the day." You know what Taylor's response was? She screamed at her mother, said I was petty, that I was jealous of her real dad, that I was trying to sabotage her happiness because I wasn't the center of attention. Elaine defended me. For the first time in years, she defended me. She told Taylor that I had spent 15 years being the only parent who showed up, that if anyone deserved respect, it was me. Not some ghost of a father who popped in once a year with a gift card and a selfie. Taylor didn't want to hear it. She told Elaine to leave, said if she couldn't control her husband, then she wasn't welcome either. The wedding didn't happen. Not that day, not at that venue, not with that guest list. The guests were turned away at the gate. Taylor tried to salvage it with a backyard setup at her bio-dad's condo, but he hadn't prepared for that. And the condo association shut it down before it even started because they didn't have a permit for that many cars. I watched it all unfold on social media. Or rather, I watched the lack of it. No wedding photos, no Mr. and Mrs. posts. Just Taylor's passive-aggressive story. Some people will do anything to ruin your happiness. A week later, I got a letter, handwritten. It said, "I thought you loved me. I thought you cared enough to let me have one day the way I wanted. But clearly, I was just another thing you thought you could control. You embarrassed me. You humiliated me. And I don't know if I'll ever forgive you." No apology. Not even a hint that she understood what she did. Elaine and we've talked a lot since then. She admitted she should have stepped in years ago. That she let Taylor treat me like a guest star in her life because it was easier than pushing her to see me as a real parent. I told her I needed space, that I wasn't sure I could keep giving to someone who refused to see my worth until I took it away. Taylor and I haven't spoken since. Last I heard, she's planning a new wedding. Smaller. Cheaper. Probably funded by her real dad this time, if he sticks around long enough to swipe the card. But me, I'm doing okay. I didn't lose a daughter that day. I let go of someone who never really let me in. So, was I the a-hole for walking out and canceling everything? Or was it about time someone showed Taylor that love isn't about money? It's about respect? Let me know what you would have done in my shoes. Drop a comment below and tell me, was I wrong? Thanks for watching Reddit Visuals. Subscribe.